My little Amy just loves to hear Disney music with Mickey. With the new Follow the Lights keyboard, she just hits a key, and she and Mickey can hear their favorite Disney tunes. Best of all, when she gets bigger, she can just follow the lights with Mickey and learn to play the song herself. She may even become a world-class virtuoso. The Disney Follow the Lights keyboard, new from Mattel.
From the land of imagination.
They thought I was running away. But I was just running. Through the night. Into the light. All I could see was you. No beginning. No end. Escape. From men. Calvin Klein.
All appliances, electronics, and computers are now on sale at Sears.
If you go out and buy something right now and come home and use it, you know what happens?
For 2 days only, you get 0% finance charge till May.
You don't have to pay for it until my dad's birthday.
So now through Saturday, you can wrap Christmas up early.
I think it's May. Yeah. Yes, it's in May.
If you think a shampoo with organic herbs sounds exciting, just wait until you see your hair.
I want to get the shampoo she's using.
Clairol's new herbal essences, a totally organic experience.
The new Fisher-Price Mop and Bee game is made just for preschoolers, so it's easy to play. Kids just make their flowers pop up to snatch as many honey chips as they can. It's a beehive of fun. New Mop and Bee from Fisher-Price.
Fisher-Price knows.
America's funniest little menace. And America's grumpiest old man.
Kids are kids. You have to play by their rules. You have to expect the unexpected.
Saturday at a special time, Dennis the Menace.
That's me!
On NBC. Sunday at a special time, the biggest movie ever made. The Return of Jurassic Park. Sunday at 8:30, 7:30 Central on NBC.
You know how some recipes call for alcohol. Well, I bet they don't mean from a cooking spray. So I'm giving you Crisco spray a shot. There's nothing to lose except the alcohol that's in the leading spray. Crisco's free of alcohol, so the taste is lighter than the leading one. I like that, especially since it doesn't scorch as easily. Everyone's into light taste. So these days, I can have lots of reservations, but none of them are about new Crisco spray.
When you're blowing your nose really hard, does your tissue fall apart?
Just go right through them.
I blow right through them.
It doesn't hold. It tears.
Give me one tissue, I'll destroy it.
That's why there's Puff's Extra Strength.
The softness and the strength.
It's made to take the biggest sneezes, the hardest blows, because it's twice as strong when wet than the leading regular tissue.
I want the ones that don't fall apart. After all those blows, they're tough.
Funny nose and stays dry.
Puff's Extra Strength.
Strongest for your nose through all the blows.
Best of both worlds, soft and strong.
Which of these leading cough medicines do you prefer?
Oh, that's easy.
Oh, this looks really different.
This other one's so runny.
It's watery.
Oh, this coat's better. Is this a trick?
That colored water?
This would feel good going down.
Looks like serious medicine. What is it?
New Vicks 44.
New?
It coats even better than before. Better than the other leading syrup. It contains maximum strength cough relief, and people with a cough prefer it.
Well, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't?
New Vicks 44, the one more people prefer.
The next time you go to the dentist, he can improve the way you care for your teeth and gums without drilling or buzzing a thing. And all you have to do is this. Introducing Crest Plus Gum Care. It not only helps fight cavities, it can actually control the bacteria that harm your gums. It's the only toothpaste proven to help get your gums healthier. New Crest Plus Gum Care. It's just what the dentist ordered.
Enjoy the bold scent of Mountain Spring Downy.
So bold, you love it, the freshness of it.
And now, Mountain Spring Downy dryer sheets.
Only Downy does it.
Mountain Spring Downy, now in dryer sheets.
Come on in.
Healthy, shinier hair within 14 days. That's the Pantene promise. Pro V is the first root-penetrating Pro Vitamin shampoo. It improves the whole length of your hair. Pantene Pro V, for hair so healthy, it shines.
Within 14 days.
What a difference today makes being the assistant general manager of the Hollywood Bowl in Los Angeles.
Now, from the news leader in Northern California, News Center 4, 24-hour news.
Coming up in 30 minutes, a uniquely American phenomenon, mega shopping the day after Thanksgiving, and how Bay Area bargain hunters fared at 4:30. And the photographer linked to killing model Linda Sobek tries to commit suicide again. Oakland police trying to nab a serial rapist will have the description. And life after death, the Grateful Dead decide on their future. I'm Pete Wilson, a full report beginning at 4:30 on First 4 News.
Get the holiday season off to a grand start at Emporium's Thanksgiving weekend sale.
The desperate prayers of a mother and child answered from America. Plus, you'll meet the stars of the out-of-this-world cop show, The X-Files, on the new Current Affair right now.
They are strangers from afar, American doctors helping children in a land where even hope is beyond their reach.
It just takes an hour and a half, and just sharing of one's gifts, and this child will live a different life.
Today, from high in the Andes, A Current Affair brings you the story of 101 little miracles. She's only 7 years old and will steal your heart in the nick of time.
You're gonna be a hero, Daddy.
But home on the farm, Courtney Chase is just another down-to-earth kid.
What's it?
Meet a pint-sized superstar of the silver screen who is really riding high.
Don't even think about it, Nick.
They were thrust into the spotlight, receiving attention they never expected. Find out what it's like to have 15 minutes of fame.
You get probably 10 more cameras every time you shed a tear.
He investigates the mysterious, the strange, and the unexplained. But X-Files star David Duchovny has a mystique of his own.
I wrote, so I figured I should learn how to act. You know, if I'm going to write for the stage or for screenplays, I should learn how to act.
Hello, welcome to the new Current Affair. I'm John Scott. From Mary Beth Whitehead to Fawn Hall, what's happened to them since their time in the spotlight was up? We'll update you in a moment. Also, meet the stars of TV's X-Files, a program that's become a must-see on Friday nights. And we'll introduce you to Johnny Depp's new leading lady. But first, it's the time of year when we all think about doing something for other people, about sharing whatever blessings we might have. Today, we begin with the heartbreaking story of some of South America's most unfortunate children, kids who needed what their parents couldn't provide. But then you might say the angels flew in with gifts they will keep all their lives. Here's Bonnie Strauss.
They say that news spreads quickly in the Ecuadorian Andes. It's carried by the fog and the wind. So it's not surprising that the people in this mountainous area of Ecuador know that a volunteer medical group has arrived from America to fix the faces and bodies of poor children in need of surgery. There is no charge. Everything is free. It's all funded by Interplast, a nonprofit medical organization based in Palo Alto, California. Interplast got started around 25 years ago when an American doctor was visiting Mexico. He noticed that a small child was walking down the street wearing a paper bag over his head. The doctor found out the child was deformed and volunteered to do an operation. Within 1 hour, he changed that child's life forever. On this mission, 3 doctors and 7 nurses have donated their time and paid their own expenses to participate. Dr. Dave Fogarty is heading up the team.
Trips. Just run off of the top of your head some of the places you've been.
Ecuador, Peru, Brazil, Vietnam, Nepal, Indonesia.
Dr. Fogarty, the father of 7, is a long way from his private plastic surgery practice in West Virginia. But he seems at home here in the Andes. After all, this is his 61st volunteer mission for Interplast, helping poor children throughout the world.
Dígame Coca-Cola.
It's just what so many parents have prayed for, a caring hand to help their children, who might otherwise live a life as outcasts. Somehow, they've all managed to scrape together the few cents it costs to make the trip to Azogues, the small colonial town where the American doctors and nurses have set up their clinic in a local hospital. Monday morning, the clinic officially opens. More than 100 people crowd around the hospital door waiting to see the doctors. Inside the clinic, the doctors and nurses prepare for the crush. Over the next 2 weeks, they will perform nearly 100 operations.
Victor Hugo Torres.
At 8 a.m., the orderly calls out the name of a 6-month-old boy. His mother, Maria, has been waiting for this day since her baby was born. It means her son will be examined by some of the best medical help available. Little Victor was born with a large cleft palate, a gaping rip in his upper lip, not an uncommon condition in the third world where nutrition is poor and the medical care often non-existent. Little Victor will be operated on tomorrow, and for Maria, it's an emotional moment.
It's been very hard. We are very poor, and I can't give our son what he needs.
What is it that you're thinking, Dave? What are you feeling right now?
I feel the same thing the mother feels.
Victor's operation will last about an hour. It will take place early tomorrow morning. His relieved parents go back to their small fruit stand where they count the hours. Francisco's case is far more difficult. He has a double cleft lip and a cleft palate. His mother says he's so embarrassed by his appearance that he walks with his head down to avoid being teased and taunted.
He wants to go to school, but you know, the friends in school, they always are talking bad about him and things.
They become introverted because they're ostracized. And then they don't grow and develop. This child doesn't go to school.
Dr. Fogarty schedules Francisco for surgery the next morning, much to his mother's relief. Day 2. The doctors get an early start. Surgery begins just after dawn. Victor is the first patient. His mother, Maria, is frantic with worry.
I've never been away from my little boy before. He's always with me.
For Maria and her husband, the wait is endless. The doctors work for over an hour, and then finally a sleepy, stitched-up Victor is handed over to his parents. Over and over again, Victor's mother tells her son that he is beautiful. Next, it is Francisco's turn. His operation will take longer. Dr. Fogarty is pleased with the progress.
It just takes an hour and a half, and just sharing of one's gifts, and this child will live a different life.
During surgery, Francisco's mom quietly weeps. And then when he's finally wheeled out, she whispers to her groggy son.
Francisco, you can now walk tall with your head held high. Now you can go to school.
However helpful, Dr. Fogarty realizes his team is still limited because the need is so great.
So you have to pull back, and you do it as lighting one candle, and you know, go on from there.
A few days later, a transformed Francisco is ready to move on, and little Victor is on his way home. Victor's mother perhaps speaks for all the others when she says, "Thank you. We gave you our sick children, and you gave us back a miracle."
That's so great. Just before taking Victor home, his parents asked Dr. Fogarty to be Victor's godfather, and he happily accepted. When they became front-page news, they also became instant celebrities. But what happens when their 15 minutes of fame are over? And it's a cult classic in the making, The X-Files. We know the show's kind of strange, but are the stars as quirky as the characters they play?
It would take a large python hours to consume and weeks to digest a human being.
You really do watch the Learning Channel.
French film director Louis Malle has died. A look at the life and times of this 63-year-old director. Plus, Jerry Garcia may be gone, but the Grateful Dead live on, their future plans. And facing the busiest shopping day of the year, coming up next on First 4 News.
Giraffes in love really stick their necks out. But you won't at Crescent, where all our gorgeous gold is 50% off.
Honey, that's neck forever.
For sparkling choices and surprising prices, your best choice is Crescent.
Oh, yeah, you can connect the wires now.
Why be in the dark? Label it with a Brother P touch.
And now, stockholders, a message from our treasurer.
Why kid around? Label it with a P touch. Brother P touch electronic labelers tell you what's what. And the new P-Touch Home and Hobby with metallic tapes sells for around $50. Look for P-Touch at these and other fine stores.
The Macy's Thanksgiving sale, now through Sunday only. 20 to 50% off store-wide. Anyone who's serious about buying holiday gifts is going to be there. The Macy's Thanksgiving sale. Come early. There's a lot of shopping to do.
That'll be $81,500. Okay. Attention all personnel. Please report to the gift wrapping department. Now.
Make it special. Make it Macy's.
Penguins express love with the perfect rock. Find yours at Crescent, where this half-carat rock is a cool $7.99.
I love a man in a tuxedo.
For sparkling choices and surprising prices, your best choice is Crescent.
Ever feel more stuffed than the holiday turkey? Now, simple tips on eating as much as you want without putting on the pounds. Plus, sex, violence, and high rollers. Find out if casino is worth the gamble. Today at 5 on News Center 4.
Have you ever wanted to be famous, to have everybody know your name, to get your picture in the papers and on TV? It sounds glamorous, maybe even fun, but ask some of those who've found instant fame and you'll hear a very different story. Bill McGowan looks at what's happened to some of the names you know after they've faded from the headlines.
Andy Warhol once said everyone's famous for 15 minutes. I kind of feel like that right now.
The man whose wife severed his penis, John Wayne Bobbitt.
Well, there goes Cato with his 11th minute, 12th. Gee, Cato, your 15 minutes are running out.
Today, they are yesterday's news, but for their 15 brief moments in the sun, they are ordinary people caught up in the most extraordinary situation. Everyone wants to hear what they have to say, whether they're a hero, a victim, or a vicious killer. Their private moments suddenly public spectacle, like Tanya Harding seducing her then husband, or preppy killer Robert Chambers twisting the head off a doll. Those caught in the glare of the media headlights have to move very quickly to avoid being crushed. Not all of them survive. Mary Beth Whitehead is one of the lucky ones. 10 years ago, she was at the center of a media firestorm because as a surrogate mother, she tried to keep the baby she gave birth to, baby M.
I was very green, had no clue what it entailed to be in the media. The crying, you know, that was the wrong thing to do. You get probably 10 more cameras every time you shed a tear.
In no time, Mary Beth was the butt of jokes, someone to laugh at. Mary Beth says no one tried to understand her side of the story.
I was like the lion having her cub taken away, and then there were 80 million cameras watching me. I really think that people are not aware of the facts, of everything that happened, and I think that, you know, I really was the villain, and I probably will die the villain.
Dr. Elizabeth Carl, a psychologist who specializes in post-traumatic stress syndrome, says that 15 minutes of fame isn't enough. She says those caught up in the media really need a full half hour.
Once you have 10 or 15 minutes and misperceptions are gained through that, because you need that additional 15 minutes to set the record straight and then nobody's there to listen.
Robert McDonald never got that additional 15 minutes. He was the paramedic who pulled baby Jessica from that well in Midland, Texas in 1987. Robert was acclaimed as a hero, but his brother Ricky says Robert felt he was just doing his job.
He didn't dig the hole by himself, you know. He didn't do everything by himself. He was part of a team effort, and the media is the one who kept sticking the tag of hero on him. You know, after a while, if people keep telling you something, you're going to believe it.
Robert was never able to live up to that hero label. Last April, he shot himself in the head. His brother says Robert's moment of heroism and the relentless media attention ended up costing him his life.
You just got to understand what a guy'd feel like swimming out in the ocean, and all of a sudden there's a school of sharks around him. And every one of them want a little bite. You know, they just tore him to pieces, seems like.
It's a feeling echoed by many that 15 minutes in the media spotlight takes a lifelong toll. A lucky few are able to parlay their fame into fortune, but most fail miserably. Fawn Hall of Iran-Contra fame is a recovering crack addict. OJ's friend Cato, an aspiring actor, had to settle for being a radio talk show host in L.A. And Tanya Harding is getting married again after trying unsuccessfully to become a singer and actress. As for Mary Beth...
I don't know. I'm a survivor, I guess.
Today, she's remarried and living in suburban New York with her new family. But the dark cloud of unwanted celebrity from 10 years ago still follows her wherever she goes.
Oh, I'm not the eight-headed monster that they made me out to be. I'm real. I bleed. I hurt. I've made mistakes. I'm probably still going to make mistakes, but I didn't deserve half of what I got.
Still ahead on A Current Affair, X marks the spot for sci-fi fans, as in The X-Files. The show that uncovers the strange and the weird is discovering its own supernatural success. And Courtney Chase is just 7 years old, but she has one of Hollywood's hottest actors wrapped around her little finger.
What was it like working with Johnny Depp?
I would always write him little cards, and then he would always write me little cards on the computer, and he was very nice.
Monday on A Current Affair, a college girl's father and the boy responsible for her death unite to save lives.
The freeways around the Bay Area are a mess.
Heavy traffic for you as well through the toll plaza.
They still haven't finished fixing quake damage, and that was over 6 years ago. And what about the commuter lanes and other improvements we were promised? What in the world is taking so long? And if they ever do finish, how much time will it really cut from our commutes? Can anybody untangle this mess?
The worst traffic nightmare.
Tonight, Channel 4's Noel Cisneros hits the freeways in search of some answers. Will the road work ever end? Tonight at 6 on News Center 4.
Get the holiday season off to a grand start at Emporium's Thanksgiving weekend sale. Step out in a wide variety of men's and women's dress and casual shoes for all occasions. You'll feel at home on and off the range in a fall selection of boots made for walking, riding, or just kicking back. Keep pace with a hectic rush of the holidays in a fashion that you can take in stride. And with every $100 in purchases in one day, get a $10 gift certificate free. Make all your holiday wishes come true. The Thanksgiving weekend sale now through Sunday at Emporium.
Critics are calling The American President the runaway Academy Award contender.
Really?
Siskel and Ebert give it 2 thumbs up. The best romantic comedy in years.
Okay, this is good.
Michael Douglas and Annette Bening light up the screen. This is Rob Reiner's best film yet. The American President is the best film of 1995. Castle Rock Entertainment presents The American President. Rated PG-13 at theaters now.
Running in a new pair of cross trainers can get you pumped. Getting a second pair free can get you really pumped. Sportmart's Gear Up Days. Buy any previously reduced green peg shoes or apparel item and get a second free. Sportmart, 60,000 kinds of adrenaline.
Get the holiday season off to a grand start at Emporium's Thanksgiving weekend sale. You'll find a store full of savings on gift ideas for everyone on your list and free gift certificates all weekend long. Make the most of fun and festive times in your home with friends and family. The warmth of the season is something we all enjoy sharing. And with every $100 in purchases in one day, get a $10 gift certificate free. Make all your holiday wishes come true. The Thanksgiving weekend sale, now through Sunday at Emporium.
The X-Files began as a sleepy little TV show. Now it's become a Friday night phenomenon, just plausible enough to make you wonder about space aliens and some of its other bizarre plot lines. Entertainment reporter Nancy O'Dell has an inside look at a cop show where the suspects aren't always human.
If you think aliens, monsters, ghosts, or government conspiracies don't exist, you haven't tuned into the bizarre world of the X-Files. The show chronicles the lives of 2 FBI agents who investigate the strange, the supernatural, and the just plain weird cases that have never been solved in the Bureau's files. The X-Files.
I saw him this morning down by the river. He was eating a fish.
He knows between show snacks will ruin his appetite.
I could be mistaken. Maybe it's another bald-headed, jigsaw puzzle tattooed naked guy, so...
Now in its 3rd season, the X-Files has actually developed a cult following on Friday nights.
X-Files rule. X-Files is bad.
I am a huge fan.
X-File conventions are springing up all over the country. There's a line of comic books, novels, T-shirts, hats, even X-File trading cards.
But the real appeal of the show lies with his two FBI investigators, Gillian Anderson, who plays Agent Dana Scully, and Agent Fox Mulder, played by David Duchovny.
Those are the risks we take. You either accept them or you don't.
I think he's kind of a tragic figure, and people, you know, they want to make him feel better.
Hey, but don't go thinking David's just another pretty face. The 35-year-old is a New York City boy, born and bred, who's more Ivy League than Hollywood. He graduated from Princeton and was even getting a PhD from Yale when he was bitten by the acting bug.
I was at Yale in the graduate school, and there's all those actors running around because I got a good drama school, and they always seem to be having a lot of fun. And I never had any fun, so I figured I wrote, so I figured I should learn how to act.
Duchovny's big break was being cast in The X-Files, and overnight he became one of the hottest sex symbols around. That's according to Sue Factor, contributing reporter for USA Today.
He's the kind of guy that women want to be with because he's quiet. You want to get to know the mysterious David. You want to take him home to Mother.
He makes my hair curl.
Hi, cool. Oh, we will. Yeah, he's cute. Put your hands against the wall. As far as 28-year-old Chicago-born Gillian Anderson, she was an award-winning off-Broadway actress when she was tapped for the role of Agent Scully. When it comes to the paranormal, she's the skeptic. Agent Mulder's the believer.
I think this case is nothing more than a murderer taking advantage of local folklore. I mean, there's nothing odd about...
Even though they're often very much at odds, they respect each other, and I think people enjoy watching that play.
Tracks in the dirt. From a snake.
It's impossible. It would take a large python hours to consume and weeks to digest a human being.
You really do watch the Learning Channel.
And as the X-Files cult appeal spreads to an even larger audience, producers say they won't go mainstream. They'll keep the show's quirky character and continue to explore the unexplained.
The truth is out there.
And best of all, for X-File fans, there's talk of doing a movie. Now, moviegoers know Johnny Depp for his usually offbeat roles and for the beautiful women you can usually find around him. Now comes a change of pace. In Johnny's newest movie, he plays a devoted daddy, and his beautiful co-star is a 7-year-old. Our special correspondent, Penny Daniels, introduces us to Courtney Chase.
Police officer, freeze! He was a rebel cop in 21 Jump Street. Don't do it, man! An eccentric hero in Edward Scissorhands. And a heartthrob in The Adventures of Don Juan DeMarco.
The same as brushing your hands along their thighs.
And Johnny Depp's a ladies' man off-screen as well. He's been linked to actress Winona Ryder and supermodel Kate Moss. But now, this Hollywood bad boy, who was arrested for trashing a hotel room, has a new leading lady in his life.
Excuse me?
She's 7-year-old Courtney Chase, his co-star in the new movie Nick of Time.
You're gonna be a hero, Daddy.
This precocious second grader plays Johnny Depp's daughter, who gets kidnapped by the bad guys.
Ma'am, I'll take my daughter.
What was it like working with Johnny Depp?
It was fun. I would always write him little cards, and then he would always write me little cards on the computer, and he was very nice.
That certainly doesn't sound like the Johnny Depp we know, but then Courtney did pick up a few naughty habits, like betting on how long it would take her to do a scene.
He said, I bet 15 takes for 50 bucks. And I said, okay, for about 4 takes for 50 bucks. I was right, and I got 50 bucks.
What's wrong?
Jamie.
Courtney's been winning hearts and stealing scenes since she was in diapers, pitching everything from baby food.
I like being a girl baby. That was the best.
To mayonnaise.
It's gonna be really special.
She's wowed them in movies, soaps, and even the primetime hit Blossom.
Joey, do you know when my mom's coming home?
No, when?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
Off-screen, Courtney lives a sheltered life here on this 2-acre spread in suburban Long Island. In her backyard, she has a pig, a goat, a lamb, and her very own pony called, what else, Nick of Time.
Don't even think about it, Nick.
What do you say when the kids at school ask you for your autograph?
No, I'm here to learn, not to give autographs. Because if they think that I am not a regular kid, they are totally wrong.
And Courtney's mom makes sure she stays a regular kid.
Whether she's on the set or she's at home with her friends in the backyard, she isn't treated any differently.
And despite all her celebrity friends,
this is me and Johnny Depp.
Courtney Chase clearly has plans that don't include Hollywood.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I'm going to be a veterinarian and half-time job, dolphin trainer.
But not an actress?
Maybe that will be my other half-time job, yeah.
Courtney lost her first tooth while shooting Nick of Time, and she found the LA Tooth Fairy pays as much as Johnny Depp, $50. We'll be back in a moment.
Hon, does Sherry have a fever?
No.
No. A runny nose, a sore throat?
No.
No. Then why get her medicine for symptoms she doesn't have?
You're right, we won't. If your child doesn't have everything, why give her a medicine that treats everything? Triaminic has specialized formulas, so you can relieve just the symptoms they have.
This is what she needs.
I know, I was just testing you.
Oh.
Triaminic, just the medicine they need.
How many lotions have you tried?
About 1 million lotions.
Until I tried Jergens Ultra Healing Lotion.
Why Jergens?
It works with your skin, not just on it.
It penetrates to heal dry skin from within.
I love the way it makes my skin feel.
Ultra Healing Lotion, another beautiful idea from today's Jergens.
Introducing Tropical Alka-Mints. For heartburn, Alka-Mints have more hard-working medicine than Tums, and people prefer Alka-Mints' taste. In fact, the taste will take you straight to the tropics. Tropical Alka-Mints. Feeling better fast never tasted so good.
Next on First 4 News at 4:30, the confessed killer of a former Raider cheerleader leads police to where he says he buried her body, but not before trying to take his own life. The shopping season is here, but do you know where to find a bargain? We'll show you. Plus, Christopher Reeve on his super recovery. Details ahead on First 4 News next.
It's the Ross After Thanksgiving Sale with thousands of great gifts throughout the store. Save up to 80% Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only.
It was the dawn of a new age, the start of another perfect mission.
This is the crew of the Apollo 13.
Until something happened.
Houston, we have a problem.
That made America remember
What do you mean there's no immediate danger? Can they get back?
how big an adventure could be.
Failure is not an option.
Tom Hanks, a Ron Howard film, Apollo 13. Available on video cassette for $22.98. Look for the Tropicana Pure Premium $5 mail-in rebate offer.
What's on your holiday wish list?
This year, my list has just 2 things on it. To spend half as much and eat half as much.
Spending less is easy at Thrifty Drugs and Pay Less drugstores, where you can save 50% on selected items this Friday and Saturday. Half-off specials throughout the entire store.
Maybe I'll just concentrate on the spending part.
Merry Christmas from Thrifty and Pay Less.
Exquisite lead crystal created in France. Elegant Egyptian cotton sateen. Antiqued woods. European white goose down. The best money can buy for the holidays at Stroud's. Yes, Stroud's. The best of Stroud's, now at impressive holiday savings.
Time is running out. Here's your opportunity. Don't miss out. At Kappa Dodge in San Jose, a 96 Ram pickup truck, brand new for $12,890.
It's the Ross After Thanksgiving Sale with thousands of great gifts throughout the store. Save up to 80% Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only.
Now, here's what's coming up on Monday's show. Many college parties spell drunken good times for students, but more and more of these Animal House stories are ending in tragedy. Now, a college girl's father and the boy responsible for her death unite.
My objective is to see that this doesn't happen to 1 or 2 other kids.
Is Animal House about to be tamed? Find out on the new A Current Affair. That's Monday, and that wraps up our show for today. Don't forget to tune in to A Current Affair Extra this holiday weekend. I'm John Scott. Join us Monday, and as this world changes, we'll keep you current on the new A Current Affair.
Live from the news leader in Northern California, First 4 News. Here's the very latest.
The holiday shopping frenzy started early this morning and has not stopped all day. The malls, department stores, all crowded with people looking for that perfect gift. Hello, everybody. I'm Pam Moore. It is the day America goes shopping, but are there any bargains? Well, believe it or not, there are, and we'll show you where to find some incredible deals. Also, actor Christopher Reeve talks about his recovery from that paralyzing horse riding accident, and legendary Hollywood filmmaker Louis Malle loses his fight with cancer. First, checking the headlines today, the photographer who reportedly confessed to killing missing model Linda Sobek tried to slash his wrist this morning. Charles Rathburn stepped out of a police chopper today. He was helping authorities search the Angeles National Forest for the body of the 27-year-old model and former Raiders cheerleader. Rathburn's arm was bandaged from that suicide attempt. He reportedly told police that he accidentally killed Sobek when he ran over her with his Lexus during a photo shoot. Now, officials are hoping that he will lead them to the burial site.
We anticipate the suspect continuing in assisting us in efforts of locating the victim.
So he is assisting, but apparently just doesn't remember where he allegedly buried the body.
Again, his efforts so far in assisting us have not been successful.
Rathburn has been taken into custody, or he was taken into custody on Wednesday night after a previous failed suicide attempt in his Hollywood home. Some of the other stories that we've been following: Oakland police continue their search tonight for a suspected serial rapist. He is believed to be responsible for at least 3 frightening attacks. The latest rape happened at about 6:30 yesterday morning on 103rd Avenue in the Elmhurst district. That's the same neighborhood as the other attacks. Police say the suspect is a black male of medium height in his 20s. They say he stole a car from the victim, a 4-door maroon 1985 Honda Accord with a California license plate number 1LNYS-11. If you have any information about the attacks, call the Oakland Police Department with that information. A bus accident in Cecil County, Maryland left 37 people injured, 3 of them seriously. The Greyhound coach overturned this morning after the driver hit an embankment on Interstate 95 just south of the Delaware border. There's no word on what caused the driver to lose control. The bus had picked up passengers from a Baltimore station just before the crash. The people of Ireland are voting on an issue that has divided that nation, whether or not divorce should be legal. Turnout was high at the polls today. 9 years ago, voters firmly rejected a similar divorce proposal. The Catholic Church has fought hard to keep its doctrine. Ireland is the only Western nation that bans divorce. Well, an annual holiday tradition in Yountville is the Festival of Lights. That's where Steve Rowley is standing by with the weather and more on the event. Steve.
Yeah, Pam, you're not kidding. And you know, weather has been just a terrific day up here. I mean, folks have just told me all over the place they've enjoyed the Napa Valley today, if any day. And of course, tonight is the Festival of Lights in Yountville. Well, right here at Vintage 1870. You can see the folks behind me. They're getting ready for the big to-do that is tonight. It leads to about a month-long series of events all throughout the Napa Valley. So it's really a big, big kickoff. There'll be several thousand people. And it'll be my pleasure to help Santa throw the switch a little bit later on, so we'll have some fun with that. Let's talk about the weather. It's been awfully cooperative, but I'll tell you what, as we fly into the Bay Area tonight, I'm not so sure it's going to cooperate for the weekend. You'll notice some of the high clouds here that we've had in the last couple of hours in our 3D satellite. And as we swing it around and take a look, the numbers are still very mild. We're at 69 degrees here in Yountville. It's the same in Santa Rosa. 71 in Concord. It is 66 in San Francisco, also in Oakland. And in San Jose right now, it's 70 degrees. What's going to happen is another of a series of systems will swing in here in the next 24 hours. But we do believe tomorrow, this one is going to be strong enough to bring us a few clouds. So we'll start off with a partly cloudy day, as you see some of the symbols we have up there. But as we go through the day, we'll end up with a lot more clouds toward the evening hours and even a chance for some showers, we think. You'll notice some of the highs for tomorrow. We're going to talk about 60-degree temperatures pushing close to 70, but for the most part in the 60s. Let's talk about what happens for the rest of your holiday weekend. It looks like that chance for showers are going to continue right through about Sunday or so. Will probably be the best chance going to be tomorrow night through the first part of Sunday, and then we'll start breaking out. And you'll see some bright and beautiful sunshine coming up for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Oh, good. Just in time for everybody gets back to work. Yeah, bad timing in this case. But the Festival of Lights a little bit later on, and Pam will have that for you when we see you back during our 6 o'clock broadcast.
And our 5 o'clock broadcast.
And our 5 o'clock broadcast will be here too.
All right, Steve, thank you very much. Glad to know you're going to be there. Ron Owens joins us now, and he has a question that undoubtedly is on the mind of many parents this holiday season. Are toys really more violent now than they have been in the past?
That's a very good question. I don't have the answer to it. I got 2 girls, so maybe I don't know. Although I will admit, one of my girls wants Barbie the gang mall, so maybe. But overall, it seems like boys' games tend to be more violent, but now we've transcended that because now you've got the computers. And with all these video games, whether boys or girls play them, they seem to be so incredibly violent. I don't know, though. Am I just becoming an old codger saying, boy, it's much more violent than it used to be? You tell me. Have toys become more violent today? Email me, ronowens@kron.com. You can fax me, 415-561-8682. Have toys become more violent?
And if so, what does that mean? Because there's a lot of discussion about that side of it,
Sure. What does it say for us as a society, and does it lead to violence in the future?
Exactly. All right, well, we'll talk back with Ron in just a moment. Coming up on First 4 News, Christopher Reed talks about his battle back from a life-threatening accident. And is shopping for the holidays putting a dent in your pocketbook? We'll take you on a live shopping tour to find some unbelievable deals. All that comes up when we return.
You're watching First 4 News with Pam Moore, Tom Sinkovitz, Ron Owens, and meteorologist Steve Raleigh. News Center 4, 24-hour news, every day, every hour.
The freeways around the Bay Area are a mess.
Heavy traffic for you as well through the toll plaza.
They still haven't finished fixing quake damage, and that was over 6 years ago. And what about the commuter lanes and other improvements we were promised? What in the world is taking so long? And if they ever do finish, how much time will it really cut from our commutes? Can anybody untangle this mess?
The worst traffic nightmare.
Tonight, Channel 4's Noel Cisneros hits the freeways in search of some answers. Will the road work ever end? Tonight at 6 on News Center 4.
And I'm singing this song for all the children to wish for peace on earth and love the whole year through. 'Cause the season belongs to all the children of the world. Singing this Christmas song, reach out and pass it on. Singing to all the children of the world.
That new Cranberry Jell-O is refreshing. Like when my sister-in-law said this year we should have Thanksgiving at her house.
New Cranberry Jell-O and the new Cranberry Blends. Naturally fat-free Jell-O. It's still the coolest. This Thanksgiving, start a new tradition with Cranberry Jell-O recipes. Now in November magazines and on boxes of Cranberry Jell-O.
You're watching Pam Moore and Tom Sinkovitz on First 4 News.
The day after Thanksgiving lives up to the legend of being the busiest shopping day of the year. Thousands of people spent the morning and afternoon at Bay Area malls and shopping centers, all searching for that perfect gift. But if you didn't manage to buy all of your holiday gifts today, well, we've got some great information for you. There is a terrific sales event taking place in the Bay Area over the next few weeks where you can find some incredible deals. Who better to ask than bargain hunter Sally Sokolich, who is live in Emeryville to tell us all about it. Sally.
Okay, I'm here to launch the Emeryville Stroll, and I'm at Firelight Glass in Emeryville. And the Emeryville Stroll happens once a year, and it's when 25 importers, manufacturers, and craft studios open their doors to the public to sell their seconds, their overruns, things that are discontinued, and at bargain prices. And many of these participants are major suppliers to some of our poshest gift stores, department stores, and specialty stores all around the country. Now, some of them are open all week long, like Firelight Glass here in Emeryville. And let me show you what they've got going. When you come over here, you're going to find their product, which are clear glass oil-burning candles. And at this sale, the company is selling their seconds for up to 40% off retail. And you can hardly spot the flaws. Prices overall range from about $7 to $30 per candle. And you've seen these